Hello there and welcome back. Today I want to talk about a new technique that I discovered in Oxi, which is simply mind-blowing to me. I will use track 1 as a chord sequencer. I will save a chord progression in my user slot. This is a new function that has been added in a recent firmware. And then I will make all the other track harmonize with the chord progression. That means that with the touch of a button, everything will change as you just listened. And this is great for live performances because you can create a series of patterns and then just press change chord, all the track will follow, and you just have fun playing with your synth, filter, or whatnot. The system today is composed by the Perfourmer that goes one track into the DM101, delay coming soon, demo coming soon, then the Boss Space Echo RA2002, this track, and the bass goes straight into my board. So let's create something from scratch. I go here and I take some actually empty pattern. Boom. So the first track we want to have, it's gonna be the chord one. Now, I won't play chord, but there's a function in the Oxi, which is pretty amazing too, that play arpeggio following the chord you press. So let me show you how it works. So first, shift and press the number of the track, and we go in chord mode. So now we set a scale. Let's put a pentatonic minor. Now, if you go in preview, let me also trigger. Okay, so now I go, let me remove that. Okay, no. Oh, sorry, here it is. So now this would trigger chords, but it send to just the mono track here, right? So what's the trick here? We go into the arpeggio page, we turn on the arpeggio, so whatever arpeggio you want, let's get up and down, and now if you push shift and hold, it will also keep the arpeggio, so we can press play, and here it is, which is already amazing to me. So now, what we can do with that, we can change chords. And the fun part here is that you have different variation of chord. For example, let's say we like this one. How do we save it in the preset? So you press, and then you press one of these 8, this first row. So you keep pressing, and now it's assigned. So whenever I press this one, it will play this chord, that it was a C, with this setup. In the chord page, you have these 2 rows that decide the kind of chord, this row that decide the voicing of it, and this is the number of notes involved. And then you have bank A and bank, these modifiers, no, this is auto, voice auto, I don't know what is that, sorry Manuel. This is bank A and bank B. Bank A has more nicer kind of chord, and bank B has the more dissonant kind of chord. Anyway, we have this one. Let's add now another chord, so where we go from there? Maybe something like that. This is a nice progression, so let's use that. Let's find another one. So this one. Let's just use 3. Two. Nice, I like this one. So now what is the magic? Let's put just on the track 2, we create a mono, and let's put down some, first let's use a basic scale. So let's use a penta minor still, and let's put down some note. So let's create something like that. Now, if we play the previous chords, this won't change, of course. The magic here happened because I can decide pressing Shift and moving this to harmonize to sequence 1. So I go harmonize sequence 1. And now, if I change sequence 1, the chord, this will change too. So let's listen. So. Listener. So now the notes will go with the chord. If I turn off the first, now I'm changing the chord and you will hear track 2 change. So this is a great way to actually create a lead that follow your arpeggios or chord. Let's do another step. We want a bass note. Now, I found out the funniest, the laziest way. It's like you put one note. So let's use track 3 for that. And let's again put a mono, it's okay. So let's put just a tonic, a C. So we go here. And now let's select again the scale and we harmonize on track 1. So let's hear again. And let's now change. Hear how the bass will change. Now let's bring everything. This is pretty amazing to me because for each pattern here, and you can have a lot, you can save, let's save that by the way, you can save different chord presets. So for example, you can have 8 for each pattern, and you can create evolution of tracks. Could be simple, could be just 2 chords, but everything will evolve with that. If you start then putting conditional trig, if you start putting probability, things can get very, very, very interesting and complicated. So that's about it. But what I would do now, for example, I would go in the track, the second track, and I would start to add more flair, more notes. And I will use them pressing here, step. And here you have the trig probability, so I would put a different probability, so the thing is ever changing. Another way to make things interesting, honestly, it's to have the end at 15. So this will always be falling in different moment of the track, and then we bring this. And you can improvise with any of these chords. I can go random. And then go back to the one I saved. So it's a very interesting way to just improvise. Also on the sequencer, the arpeggio page, you can decide to add an octave. Here it is, and you can also add different arpeggio style. Besides that, I'm always impressed by how beautiful the Perfourmer sound. And that's it. This was my newfound amazing technique. The Oxi is honestly one of the best sequencer around. It does everything, and this harmonization between all the track, it's super useful, especially if you are somebody like me that doesn't know too much of music theory. But don't tell anybody. Okay, that was it. I hope this was interesting, and if you want an Oxi, remember, buy from the affiliate link. I will get a tiny percentage and it will really help. Subscribe, press the like button, do anything you can to support the channel, please. And if you want to become a Patreon, well, become a Patreon. And it's the best way to support me. All the people in Patreon are the people that actually support and finance this channel. So whatever you see right now, it's free, thanks to them. Okay, I'll see you next week.